Hey guys, day 4 of week 3, so we're up to day 14 of our work from home exercises. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope you're all planning your Dance for Fridays video for tomorrow, or even just your Dance for Fridays in your own lounge room. Who needs a video? I've got one for you today though, hope you enjoy it. We've got 11 exercises, same as previous formats. Timing's the only thing that's different today, so if you set your timer for 1 minute rounds, you want 40 seconds of exercise and then 20 seconds of rest. So we're going to have 40 seconds of movement. These are all sort of movement-based patterns. Some of them you've seen before, some adult movements, some of them are new. And you're going to do that for 40 seconds. You're going to have 20 seconds rest to relax, get your breath back, and then straight into the next exercise. So again, warm up before you start this, if you're not already warmed up. You know, all the body movements, so a lot of running on the spot, high knee raises, getting those heels up to your glutes, warming up through the upper body, a couple of extra push-ups just to get everything warmed up. When you're ready, I'll pause here for a second while you get ready if you're not, and we're back, then we can get going. So we're going to start with a couple of crawl patterns. So you really only need, you can see I don't have a lot of space here, a couple of meters is all you need, about 4 movements in one direction, 4 movements back in the other direction, holding your form. So that's all you need. It's almost like doing a continuous crawl, but you're really engaging everything, keeping that form right. We're going to start with just our bear crawls. So in this one, hands are down, bums in the air, and we're just crawling forward and back. So try and keep that bum in the air, hips are high, heads down low, almost like the downward dog sort of position. Forward. If you've got a little bit of extra room, you can go a little bit further. So a couple of meters is enough, but 3-4 meters is fine. And back again. So we're going through that one. Then we're going into our badger crawls. So in this one, we're starting in a position where we're down what we call the tabletop position. So knees are under hips, hands are under your shoulders. The knees come just off the ground, and you walk forward, 4 or 5 movements forward, 4 or 5 movements back. So notice the back is flat, head's forward a little bit, trying to keep that back flat. Imagine you're balancing something on your back. Little movements, so everything stays the same. Knees stay about 1 inch off the ground, a couple of inches off the ground. You do that for 40 seconds continuously. Try not to put your knees down during that set. Get your breath back during the rest. Then we're going to go into a crab crawl. So this one, so our feet are down, hands are down behind us, fingers are pointing back behind us to open up through the shoulders, hips are as high as you can get them. We're walking out and we're walking back. So again, if you've got a bit further to go, 3 or 4 meters is great. If you've only got a couple of meters, just this continuous movement will be enough to get you the same effect as going over 20 or 30 meters. So backwards and forwards, working through that for 40 seconds, taking a nice deep breath at the end of it, getting the heart rate back down. Remember the technique we've talked about before. Big deep breath in, hold it for a couple of seconds, slow breath out. That'll slow your heart rate down, convince your body that you're actually a lot less under pressure than you actually are. Our next one is our bunnies. So bunnies, we're coming down, knees are on the outside of the hands are in the middle. We're doing little bunny hops out, little bunny hops back. So swing the legs through and then swing them back. Through. So little bunny hops, putting all that weight on the arms as you come through to swing the legs through. 40 seconds of that, 20 seconds of rest. From there, we've got one more crawling pattern to go. So again, this is a little bit like our badger crawl. So down, hands and knees. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Lift those knees just off the ground and sideways. So little movement sideways. Imagine you're balancing something on your back, like a broomstick in the middle of your back, cup of tea on your back. Thursday night, maybe having a beer, glass of wine on your back. Left and right. So 4 or 5 movements is enough, up to 10 if you've got the room. Backwards and forwards, keeping the knees off the ground for the whole 40 seconds. not a long time. It'll feel like a long time when you're holding that position. Really try and work through it. Just a bit of discomfort, it's not pain. From here, we're going to go to what we call inchworms. So, keeping these legs as straight as you can. I'm not entirely flexible. I'm also a little bit higher today than I normally would be. So, inchworms, you're reaching down to the ground, putting your weight on your hands, and then walk it out. So you're walking out into that plank position, and then walk it back. So try and keep, so don't come up. Stay here, where your abs are still engaged. Your legs are as straight as they can be. Keep them straight. Walk it out into that plank position. Walk it back in. Legs as straight as you can for as long as you can. Back out. So 40 seconds of this. Walking back in and out, not standing up in between. That'll get you through that one. From there, our toe taps. We've done these before. Down on your back. Feet are in the air. Hands are up on the shins. Coming up to the ankles. Or all the way up to the toes. Back down. Legs are as straight as you can get them. Nice, pumping through. 40 seconds. Keep those shoulders, shoulder blades, head off the ground. Don't come all the way down. So keeping everything engaged in this position. Working up. You're 40. Get your 20 seconds. Make sure you stand up. So everything's nice and open. You can get those deep breaths in and out. From our toe taps, we're going into our badger push-ups. Now we have got an alternative for this one if this is a bit hard. So I'll show you the badger push-up first. So back into this badger position. As you remember, tabletop, knees are up. So first of all, you sit back. Just going to move forward a bit. I've got some room. So knees up, sit back, so your bum's on your calves, and then come forward. Sit back, forward. So what you'll find is you're pulling back through the hips and you're pulling through your triceps. So this isn't a bicep exercise, it's really a tricep exercise to pull yourself back into this seated position. So forward, chin goes close to ground and back. So your chin's aiming for the ground, head's forward, pulling back. Now, if that's too hard, it hurts your triceps too much, so come back into this badger position, up into here, and we'll do what we call a rocking chair. So just back on your heels, back to here, back, back. So backwards and forwards, keeping the knees off the ground. See, they're not coming up too much as I sit back, just staying off the ground, getting that little bit of extension, so coming a bit further forward of your hands than you normally would, and back again. So there are your two options for that one exercise. 40 seconds of either one of those, or if you like, start on the push-ups, see how you go. If arms start to fail, switch into that rocking chair variation. Okay, got a bit of push-ups. We're getting there really quickly. Some push-up variations now. So we're going to start with our T push-up. We've talked about this before, but the strongest position for a push-up is actually on your knuckles, if you've got the right surface for it. If you're comfortable, it's actually a lot stronger through your wrist than this one, where your wrists are sort of bent. So I'm going to do them on my knuckles. You can do them on your hands, however you like. So T push-up, up on your toes, up on your knuckles. Make sure your hands are still under your chest, not under your head. So come down, chest all the way to ground. Come up, and hand to the sky. Sink down again. You can stack those feet, you can turn them on the side when you go up. So down, up, hand to the sky. So you're trying to make a T at that up position. Nice and strong through that hand, through the arm, right through to the stabilised shoulder joint, and up. So that's your T push-ups. Now, next ones, again, we've got two variations. So these are our tiger push-ups. So if you're struggling with these, a normal deep push-up is fine. So I'm going to use hands this time. I'm going to turn my hands a little bit in to help engage my chest. Turn my fingers a little bit in to help engage the chest. So if you want to do normal push-ups, just these ones. So chest to ground and up. If you want to do tiger push-ups, fingers are pointing forwards. So we start from here, we come down to our elbows and back up again. So you might want your hands a little bit further forward, down to your elbows back up again. They're really going to work a lot of muscles you're not used to working. They're trying to stay in that push-up position, down to your elbows, back up again. I'm already starting to use one hand over the other, really try and use both hands to come back up. Try a couple of those in your 40 seconds. If you're really struggling, just your normal deep push-ups on those is fine. 2 to go. So, I'm going to start with our kick sits. So our kick sits, again, because we like our badger position, start in our badger position, knees are off the ground, and you kick through with this leg nice and straight. Your bum just touches the ground or grazes the ground, don't sit down, despite the name. Kick almost sits, they should be called. So through to here and back, and then again through to this side, almost touches the ground and back. So when you get a bit of pace on, you're comfortable with them, knees are never touching the ground, through, 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 through. So that's the pace you're trying to keep nice, smooth, steady pace for 40 seconds. We're up to our final round. So these ones, hopefully you're not doing them in heels. You'll be able to do them with a little bit more enthusiasm than I'm going to be able to, but we're going, it's a 3-part move. So it's a squat with a vertical jump, and then as you land, jump just a half squat and into a forward jump. Landing with bended knees. So, pattern is just like this. So squat, high jump, squat, forward jump. And then little steps back to where you started from. So squat, high jump, squat, forward jump. Little steps back. So that's it, 40 seconds. As I said, if you're not in heels, extend that forward jump a bit further. Make sure you're still landing safe. Nice bent legs. 40 seconds done, 20 seconds rest. And then longer rest. It's a Thursday night. There's no shops open, so you're not doing late night shopping. Have a nice drink, sit down with your family, your friends, pets who are already in your house. Watch a bit of Netflix, read a book, play a board game. Do that whole round of exercises again if you feel like it. Thanks very much for doing that, guys. Really appreciate you providing feedback. Seeing the photos of everyone working together is fantastic. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow for Dance for Fridays. Have a good one.